Good morning, YouTube. I am 34 weeks pregnant today, and I have a doctor's appointment here in a few hours, and I'm going to be taking you along with me, maybe not actually in the doctor's. Good morning. Mara, it's time to wake up, honey. Say good morning. Good morning. So normally in the summertime, my husband takes the baby to daycare, but he was rear-ended a few days ago, and so I just don't feel comfortable with him taking the baby in the car since it's been wrecked. And so right now we've actually stopped, and he's checking my tire pressure and putting air in my tires, and got me gas this morning. So we're not driving currently right now. She's a lot more awake than she was the last clip. Okay, I am on my way to my doctor's appointment. I'm driving about 50 miles to go see my midwife. So for some of you that might be confusing, we did live in Emporia, which is about 45 minutes from where we live now. When we had our first daughter, we both were just finishing up college at the time, and when we got pregnant the second time, I was kind of at a dilemma because I didn't want to find somebody new to be our provider, but I was thinking, like, I'm gonna have to drive to Emporia if I want to have this baby there and for all my appointments. And so initially in the beginning, we just thought we would start out with the midwife that I had before, and that partway, I guess we'd find somebody local and we'd start going to them. And the weeks passed, and we didn't really, at 15 weeks we said, oh, we'll change in a couple weeks, and then at 18 weeks we said, oh, we'll switch over at 20 weeks, and then we just never ended up switching. I think because I didn't want to switch, and now here we are at 34 weeks, and I'm still driving to Emporia to have my appointment. Now, it might seem crazy to some people, but then I know other people who live in places where the closest hospital is 40 minutes away, and so that's their only option. And so I think that it's doable for us. Obviously, if there are any problems or complications or an emergency arises, I will go straight to the local hospital, which is about 10 minutes away from where we live. But that's kind of the deal. That's why I travel to a different city to have my appointments. It's just kind of a personal preference. Today, they told me last time that today I will be doing the Group B strep screening. They'll do it today, and then I'll probably find out in a week or two what my results are. With Mara, my results were positive, and so I did have to be on like antibiotics when I went into labor, and it wasn't the worst thing ever, but this time around I really would rather, I'm hoping that I don't have to do that. Obviously, if it's necessary, then it's fine, but then also they're going to do a check of my cervix, so we will see if I'm dilated or effaced at all. It is 34 weeks. I can't remember if they checked me at 34 weeks in my first pregnancy. For some reason I felt like they didn't until 36, but I'm excited to see if there's been any progress, at least to know. I know that you can walk around dilated to a 3-4 weeks, so it doesn't really mean anything, but sometimes it's just nice to know. Okay, I am getting ready to go in. I don't know if I'm going to get any video in there. If I do, great. If I don't, then I'll see you when I get out. Okay, so I just got done with the appointment, and apparently the nurse that I had last time, she was the one that told me that I would do my Group B strep and get my cervix checked this week. And so she must have been confused, because this was just like routine. I went in and did the normal deal, measured my uterus, and then checked the baby's heart rate. My uterus was measuring just on 34 weeks, and the baby's heart rate was 135. So that was all good. And then she said that we would do, my midwife said, we will do the Group B strep test in 2 weeks. So at my 36-week check, and then they will check my cervix. I believe then is what she said. So that makes a lot more sense, because I did not remember having a cervical check and my Group B strep so early last time. So now that the nurse must have been confused, or she must have read my numbers wrong, or thought I was somebody else, because she definitely told me wrong. So now it makes a lot more sense. So yeah, I'm probably going to stop by Walmart here to see if they have any different things here in their baby section than Topeka, and then I'm gonna go ahead and head back home.
What can I get for you?
Yeah, can I get a grande mango dragon fruit refresher, and then can I get a cheese Danish also?
Yeah, of course. What else for you?
That'll be it.
We basically have a grande mango dragon fruit and then the cheese Danish.
Yep.
Inside.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. So, I don't know about you guys, but this drink, I posted about this drink on Instagram the other day, and first off, it's really good, but second off, it is so pretty. I just can't get over it. The video is not doing it any justice. It is the prettiest drink that Starbucks makes, and that's initially why I got it the first time. And then I had it, and then it was amazing, like 5 times better than the strawberry refresher. And so now I'm hooked. I try not to let myself go to Starbucks because I don't need to. But it is amazing. So, I guess we can talk about symptoms that I have this week. Really, let me turn the radio off, sorry. This week I did not feel as much pressure as I did in the last couple weeks, which I'm kind of surprised about. I felt pressure sometimes in my cervix, but not really what I had been feeling. So I don't know if the baby has adjusted or what has happened, but that has definitely changed. And then I'm not sick like I felt last week, but my sore throat still hasn't gone away. It's better, but it's almost like there's one spot that's really, really bad, and it stings really, really bad. So I don't know if that's a pregnancy symptom or if that is just something that I'm dealing with right now because of whatever reason. But a couple days ago, I did throw up, and the whole day I felt really nauseous, and then the whole next day I felt really nauseous. And I've heard that a lot of times when you might be going into labor in, the next couple days, you get nausea, I guess, and you start feeling really nauseous. And I thought that probably was not the case in my situation, because I am 34 weeks, so I'm not really ready to go into labor yet. Obviously, I think if I did go into labor, everything would be fine, but I was just feeling really nauseous. And then on top of that, a couple days after I was really nauseous, I started getting congested really bad, which I've kind of been congested a lot this pregnancy, but usually I can get over it. Like in the morning, if I'm congested, I'll blow my nose a few times and everything will be fine. But I think it was yesterday morning, probably all the way until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I just was so congested, mainly on one side, and I didn't know if that was pregnancy related or if it was related to maybe I was getting sick or something. I obviously don't feel sick today, but those are a few symptoms that I've been having. I do always feel like my left leg is swelling. Now, it's not always swelling. I'm exaggerating. So when we go out places, like if I go out to eat, let's just say, and I sit in a booth, I'm kind of short, and so my legs don't really touch the ground where they can rest. They kind of dangle, and my left leg always feels as though there's fluid pooling in my ankle and my foot, and my right leg doesn't ever feel that way. I don't know if it's because I'm dominant in my right leg and I use it a lot more, or if I move it a lot more, but that's been something I've been noticing, is it's always my left leg. Even if my legs are in the same exact position, it's my left leg that gives me trouble. I'll look at it and it will look a little bit bigger than my right, like it has, maybe a little more fluid in it, but I honestly don't understand why that's happening. Okay, a few TMI details. If you can't handle TMI, just go ahead and scroll forward in this video. That's your warning. But some TMI symptoms or things that have gone on this week. The first one is that I've just been using the restroom a lot. Not just going pee, but also poop. It's been just very frequent trips to the restroom all day long. I'm not complaining about that. It really honestly makes me feel good to go so often, but that is the first thing that's been going on. The second thing is that I'm not sure exactly if this is what it is, but I have been having some discharge that seems like it might be some of my mucus plug. It is not bloody or anything like that, but it does seem as though it might be related to that. So if you have any more information about losing your mucus plug slowly, let me know in the comments down below, because I'm trying to figure out if that's what it is or not. My last TMI symptom is that it's really getting hard to hold my bladder when I sneeze and when I cough. So I really have to brace myself if I know there's a sneeze coming, or I know I'm getting ready to cough. If I know I'm getting ready to sneeze or cough, I have to brace myself and stop what I'm doing to be sure that I can hold my bladder, even if I don't feel like I have to go to the restroom at all. So I don't, obviously the baby's like just chilling on my bladder right now, and that's probably why, and it's my second baby, so that probably has a lot to do with it too. But that has been probably the worst TMI symptom that I've had, because nobody wants to pee their pants in public. Now I haven't done that, but I don't want it to happen, and so it's really nerve-wracking when I know that it's a possibility. Hey, what are we doing, Mara? So here we're letting the dogs out.
Wow.
Okay, so we just got back from going shopping, and we got a couple gifts and then something for the baby.
Wow.
Yeah, whoa. And now we are going to lay down and watch some TV. What do you want to watch? Barbie Dreamhouse?
No.
No? What do you want to watch? Daniel Tiger? Daniel Tiger. Okay, so we're going to lay and watch Daniel Tiger and maybe take a nap, and we will check in later. You say hi?
Hi.
Say, what are you watching? What are you watching on TV? What are you watching on TV? What are you watching on TV? Can you say Daniel Tiger?
No.
No. You know how to say Daniel Tiger, right? Okay, say bye.
Bye.
What are you watching?
It's time for bed, so that is going to be it for this video. And please be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.